listening to Roundup, Real Estate Roundup with Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah every Sunday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST on Poly 92.3 FM.
A very good afternoon, Bay Area. Nagaraj Annaiah, the founder of Nagaraj and your trusted Bay Area Realtor. Nagaraj Annaiah has mentored thousands on how to build wealth using real estate, has helped many manifest their dream of home ownership, and has guided real estate investors build large portfolios. On today's show, as we deep dive into the data to uncover what's happening in Silicon Valley, San Francisco, and beyond. Please join the conversation. Call us at 1-877-BOLI92. In-house expert Nagaraj Annaiah is here in the Bolly studios with us. What better time than this to speak to him? So, numbers zara note kar lijiye. 1-877-265-5992. That's 1-877-265-5992. Any predicament regarding buying or selling, just call us 1-877-265-5992. With that, Nagaraj, hey, hello, happy Sunday.
Hello, Sia. Hello, Bay Area listeners. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a great day out there. Today, we are just talking about real estate, real estate, real estate. If you want to know how to build,
Absolutely.
if you want to know how to build your wealth, what are the strategies you can when you're buying a house or selling a house, this is the show you never miss out. Do give us a call, as Sia mentioned, 877-BOLI92. Sia, what are we talking about today?
So, real estate market is shaping up to be another roller coaster. And on the last show, you had given some fantastic numbers on some cities when it came to Santa Clara or Fremont, Dublin. So, how about this time we drive up on 101 South and start with Gilroy and Los Gatos, Altos, and then maybe drive all the way up to Berkeley?
Oh, I think maybe let's start from the Berkeley, right? Like coming from the San Fran, from the other side. So yeah, see, totally in Berkeley, I can see as a total 72 homes have been listed in single family homes. Okay. 71 homes right now I've been noticing. And in that highest price, which has been listed is 11 million.
11 million?
11 million. This is 7 bed, 9 bath, 1.5 acres. This has been listed for 11 million. Do you believe that?
I believe since this is the Bay Area.
Yeah. So people, I think that that's 11 million. If 11 million is a 227 tunnel road. I'm sharing the screen if somebody is watching after offline also, right? Like they can also watch it. Listeners, all this will be uploaded on my YouTube channels also. You can look at this and you can give your pointers also. See, this is the one house like 227 tunnel road, which has been listed. This is a fantastic home, but listed for 11 million. And other things, like for example, the lowest after that sort of 7.45 million. That is like 2 bed. This recently listed 7 bed, 6 bed, 7 bath, 6 bed, 7 bath, 7,256, close to 1 acre, which has been listed. So if you look around, the highest prices are all the way from 11 million to 7.45 million. But if somebody wants to look to buy for 1.2 million, 1.3 million, right? So it's very few homes are there right now. You can look around like Russell Street, which is like 51 days in the market. You believe that's 51 days in the market right now. And the Matthews are also like 18 days. The new norms right now in the Berkeley are to stay on the market for longer time. Okay, so that's what I'm noticing in this houses, like especially Shasta Road, 2847, 2684. The problem with the Shasta roads are very close to Berkeley. When somebody is planning to buy, the issue is being closer to the mountains also. They need to watch out for it, and being an earthquake also. Correct. So these two things, especially when somebody needs to buy in the Berkeley areas, watch out for that, because if it's very close to the mountains and very close to the even the earthquake zone, I think we have one caller. Let's take it up, Sia.
Yes, let's do that. Welcome to Real Estate Roundup.
Your name, please. Hello. You're live.
Hello, you're on air.
I think we just lost them. Sia, let's continue on the Berkeley things, right? So
Yes, we were on the Shasta Road.
the Shasta roads and other stuffs are kind of bit we need to watch out when they're buying in. But still I can see number of days in the market, new norms are like, as I said, like was it 30 days, 40 days. That's what I'm noticing in, especially in the Berkeley areas. Now, I think since we talked about the Berkeley and the Berkeley, also one more thing about the Berkeley to consider, right? Like especially in the Berkeley area, we need to watch out on the like Claremont Hills side. The Claremont Hills is where the very close to the mountains or hills area. That is where kind of the homes are. Be careful when you're buying in, because very close to the mountains, you will be ending up paying a high fire. It's very close to the fire risk zone. Since being in a fire risk, you will be paying a higher fire insurance also. Correct. So that's what we need to watch out for it. And somewhere, if you're close to a North Berkeley, right? North Berkeley's were like basically 5 bed, 3 bath. That's a 2,400 square footages we get. But only problems is two older homes because it's very close to their downtown areas, right? So that's what you need to watch out. And one more thing is, Sia, we need to watch out. We need to watch out when it is closer to Berkeley University, right? A lot of people miss out on the universities, the rental potentials also.
Yes, that was going on in my mind that maybe the 7 bedroom or a 5 bedroom house, the people would be making up by maybe because, like,
I think
this
30
is
minutes.
so good for rental.
Yeah. I think especially when you're close to the universities, right? Like you rental markets are really going to be good. So that is why it is like you need to watch out for it. So listeners, if you have any questions, would like to share about what we are talking about, and if you have any questions on real estate investments, do give us a call. Our studio line numbers are
1877 Bolly 92. That's 1877 265 5992.
I think now little bit let's go towards the Cupertino areas, right? Like how is the Cupertino is facing in right now?
All
Do
right.
Cupertino right now, do you believe the median list prices are coming out to 3.293 million? 3.293
From 1, 2, and now we've gone to 3.29 million.
Yeah. So median price of new listings are coming into a 3.168, and per square footage are coming to 1,500 in average. And look at the median days on the market. Median days on the market for right now Cupertinos are 42 days. Okay. The price decreased are 21%. Still, it's okay, because if you are looked in the April data, it used to be a 14% right now in the April. But being in a May time frame, we are expecting, because kind of a mixed reactions right now, 22%. That's what we are noticing in case of Cupertino. Price increased is only 7% have increased. Let me give you one pointer which is very interesting. Recently, there was one house listed for 4.5 in a Cupertino area. This house didn't sell for 30 days. You believe that? Didn't sell it for 30 days. They just reduced from 4.5 to a 4 million. They got a multiple offers and sold within a couple of days.
Oh, just so the price was an issue.
Price is an issue. Sometimes if the house is not getting sold, price is an issue. Maybe a seller is expecting a too high price. Okay. If they start making some adjustments, we are noticing the houses are getting sold.
So if the people who are selling can have just little readjustment to their expectations in the selling price.
Yeah, not little. Right now is like it's from 500 almost
Just
a 500.
light.
It's a okay. It's a 500K is kind of big for a seller. For a buyer, it's kind of a little margin, right? Like that's what we need to talk about where we are standing in. If you're standing in a seller's market, yeah, they're going to lose around 300K, the expectations wise. Correct. That is where I'm noticing in price decrease at 21%. But still, the median, if somebody wants to buy under 3 million, it's no way you can buy it in under 3 million. But they can buy under a 3 million if it is close to 1,000 square footage or more close towards the Stevens Creek side. Then you can buy it close to under 2.5, but anything under 2 million, forget it for single family homes. Now let's talk about, since we are in a Cupertino right now, let's talk about the median list price of a condo market. This is very important, very interesting here. See, 1.2 million is the median list prices in the condo still.
So that is holding up their price very well.
Yeah. And I see that number of it's like from May, it was 1.3's median list price was there, but you can see that data already reduced to a 1.2 in the May time frame. And the Look at the average days on the market. Average days on the market is coming out to a 40 days. But if it was in the April time frame, it used to be a 14 days in the market. And the median days on the market right now has changed to a 32%. And look at the data, which is very, very important. Price decreased. The single family, I told you, it was just price decrease was just 20% had decreased. But a condos, we are seeing a 31%.
But as you mentioned that the median sale price of home is still like, holding up. What's the average appreciation of the home value that one can expect in these areas?
I think maybe especially a condos, you can look around maybe a 3% or a 5%. Again, depends on
Oh,
if you're holding on for a 5 years in average. This single family home in the Cupertino they bought it in 2021 for a 3.6 million. Okay. They're now real estate for 2025 for a 3.6 million. The house value didn't appreciate much because 21, 22 where the peak happened and lower interest rate.
right, right.
It comes down to what kind of homes you have bought it in. Based on that, we can basically say that it's gone up or gone high. But if you already paid 3.6 in some of the homes cases, then it is not too much differences for you. But there are in Santa Clara's and Sunnyvales, the people have bought it for a 2.1. They're seeing in a surge of 4 million already.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now
But with condominiums, obviously, always there'll be a demand for the rental market, right?
correct. Especially because of the good school districts, a lot of people wants to buy something for 1.2 million in there. 1.3 million. Because if somebody wants to move out from a Santa Clara to Santa Clara to Cupertino because of the middle school changes and others changes, right? Maybe for them, moving to a condos, they might have a single family homes, but they want a rental houses there. Maybe for them, it work out for them.
Right, right.
Because I've seen few folks who is like going into maybe Santa Clara elementary schools like Millicans and other stuffs. They want to move to the Cupertino middle schools. For them, instead of the middle schools, they're sending into Stratford and other stuffs. Instead of sending a Stratford, they can buy a condos there.
Right. And for a few years, the
Yeah,
investment is protected in that. It's such a great area.
yeah. I think that is where the strategies comes down, right? Because are you going to pay 6,000 a rent or a 6,500 rent in a Cupertino?
But that is the reason why, like, it's at these times when having a very knowledgeable or an experienced realtor by your side really matters, because how you strategize your entire the financial aspect of it becomes very important. So if you have a call, you have an opinion, you have a question on your mind, please give us a call at 1877 Bolly 92. That's 1877 265 5992. 1-877-265-5992. Whether it's buying, selling, or investing, any question on your mind, just give us a call here in Bolly Studios, 1-877-265-5992. We are with Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah, the founder of nagarajhomes.com. And yes, Nagaraj.
I think since we are very close to Cupertino, let's talk about Los Altos also, right? Look at this data of the Los Altos. The median list price, it's an unbelievable price. Median list prices are 4.4 million. Okay. The median price of new listings are coming into us 4.2 million. This is amazing data. Per square footage is coming down to 1,795. Median days on a market is 25 days on the median days. If somebody wants to buy under a 4 million in Los Altos area, forget it. You can't get it under anything 4 million in Los Altos. Makes a very important data. One more thing. Median days on market is 25 days. Price increase is 6% and market action is still 73, which is strong sellers market.
Very strong because, I
73.
mean, there's an increase. Yes.
Right? And I think rent, forget it. Rent is still a 5,490 558. It's a median rent, what we are talking about. But sometimes I've seen still 6,500, 7,600 in rental right now in Los Altos.
Rental has dropped. So, as an investment property, does it make any sense?
Yeah, but 4.4 when you're doing it, do you think the investment doesn't matters?
That is true.
Why you want to buy for 4.5 million and rent it out for even for 8,700, right? Because again, 5,400 is maybe number of homes coming into rental might be very less. That's why it's a 5,400. Because
Mhm.
last time frame, I see that rental market was 8,700. Okay. It doesn't mean it's dropped. It's only because number of homes coming for rental might be less.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So
A very
it's,
interesting point there.
yeah.
So, thanks.
And market action index, as I said, it's a 73 strong sellers market in Los Altos area. And I think this is one more important becomes the condos when I start comparing the condos. Look at this data. Median list prices are coming down to 1.93 million. Median price of any new listings are 2.18 million.
So, I'm just curious as to what was this price like, let's say, a few months ago?
See, if I was like basically, let's assume in April time frame, it used to be still 2.074 million. But
Mhm.
important data, I can see that in 2025, somehow it's a spike is showing for 2.9, even for a condos, because there were new listings in Los Altos area, this kind of a townhouse or a condo area. So that is where that new listings were coming for 2.9 million, you know.
So the way we had like the why this is happening, the trend that we see, we saw in Santa Clara, then is there a reason
It's
that's
because
explaining this data?
you need a, these are all luxury neighborhood, right? And
Mhm.
luxury neighborhood, only few homes will be listed there, and not many homes coming into a Los Altos area every time, right? So that is the reason, if somebody, even for a 4 million, if somebody wants to buy, there is only 26 homes available in single family homes right now today. If they want to buy, only 26 homes are available. Okay.
So if somebody is looking to buy in that ballpark, yes, this is the time to actually just check out the inventory.
Yeah, check 26 homes. That's an unbelievable. And the highest what we have is 7.9 million. 7.9 million. This is again it was listed all the way for 8.5. They just reduced to 7.9 because this house also was not sold because it's very close to a freeway.
Hmm.
You know, that is the reason it's not been sold. Otherwise, this Los Altos areas is very, you are thinking about buying a home for 1.2, 1.3. If somebody is planning to buy, think about this. Somebody wants to buy 8 million now,
Right, right.
right? S- And the second home, which is like basically, which is 6.9 million. So even for 6.9 million, it is like just they just listed now. Okay. And looking at this house, I think it's this house would be sold in next 1 month for sure, in the Los Altos areas.
Just because not that there are
No,
many
not many
listings that
inventory.
come often.
Maybe 100 buyers are there, only 26 homes are there. In the 26 homes, might be not 26, every 26 homes are not fit.
Correct.
So, listeners, if you'd like to know more about what we are talking all about the data. And if you'd like to know more about and you would like to pitch it in and would like to share how it is coming in, do give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 877 Bolly 92, and we are talking about the Los Altos areas. And I think I would like to, since we came to a Los Altos, let's talk about a Palo Alto also, which is very, very important. If somebody wants to buy a Palo Alto, how they're looking in.
Yes, and before we go to Palo Alto, one more time, the studio number to call is 1-877-265-5992. That's 1-877-265-5992, 1-877 Bolly 92. Yes, Nagaraj, all ears for Palo Alto.
I think Palo Alto data are very, very interesting. I think because even there, if somebody wants to buy, they can't buy anything under. If you look around, if anybody wants to buy, a median list price coming down in Palo Altos are 4.988 million, and median price of any new listings are coming at 5.084. You know, 5.084 million. The average median days are on the markets right now at 28 days, and price decrease of 14%. and price increase are 2%. But real estate also not much. It's only 5% of real estate. But looking at the rentals are $8,800. But if I would have gone somewhere in the May, 9,000, maybe it's again number of rental market homes which have been listed. 9,500. If somebody wants to even a rent in Palo Alto, it's a 9,500 to a $9,000. Okay. This data is like it's consistently from January. Anything on the rental market is coming down to $9,000. And still, the market action index says it's still a strong seller's market. Still a strong seller's market, you know.
So
And
the mortgage ratio versus the rental is better in Palo Alto, right? Like mortgage versus the rental is still coming out to be better than in comparison to Los Altos.
yeah, it's. I think we have one caller. Let's take it up.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, welcome to the show. Name, please. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi, welcome.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, Amit.
Tony.
Tony. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. I was uh, I was listening to your program, and you're talking about like around $2 million, $3 million homes. Like I live in Warm Spring. When I bought my home, it was around 800K or something.
Correct.
So my question to you is the pre-approval process different when you're looking at such high numbers? Is there something that we need to worry about separately?
No. I think, see, it's if somebody wants to buy an 4.5 million also, right? Their incomes would be coming down to 1 million. Okay, means that's husband and wife, right? Family income is close to $1 million. Okay, it's still the debt to income ratio is a 45%, and they look for a 1 year reserves. Nothing qualifications wise, there's a stricter guideline still. Okay, people are it's only thing is like people are making a money there. Okay, if somebody wants to buy under 5 million, their income is close to $1 million or more than $1 million.
Okay. So it's more to do with your income levels rather than a separate pre-approval process.
Yeah. And even in your Warm Springs, you are lucky to buy for 800K. If somebody wants to buy for 1.9 in right now in a Warm Springs or a mission areas, they can't buy anything under. Even yesterday, I was looking for 1.9 million in there. That house is still 1,200 square footage, and the house was in a pathetic situation. You know, I have sold personally for 3.1 and higher in that areas. Even 3.1 is lucky to get it around there. You might get for 1.9 if it is very smaller homes.
Okay.
You have any other follow-up? Any follow-up questions?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, listeners, we have very less time to talk about more on the other things, but I think since we talked about Palo Alto, I would quickly touch upon on the condos also. Single family homes we touched upon. Let's touch upon on the condos also. Look at this median list price is 1.4 million. What is even in a Palo Alto right now? Okay, median price of new listings coming down is around 1.8 million. But the sellers market doesn't have much confidence in there. Right now, it still is a 46th. As I said, the condos overall, it's kind of bit slow down. Okay, because it's because market action index also shows that the 46 and median rents for but very important thing to note is 4,100 is the median rent still, and price decreased. If I look at the data, is a 28% have decreased the data. Means price decreased. That's kind of, as I was telling you, single families were 5 to 6%, but here condos are 28%.
So if somebody really has to get into Palo Alto and has a limited budget, that may be a good window.
Yeah, condos, right? Might be a condos or a townhomes might be a better bet for them. But if you'd like to know more about the other areas, how it is going, how it is progressing, and since we didn't talk about more on the Alamedas, there was a lot to talk about. Award, we should have talked the Oakland and other places also. But we'll talk more in the coming days.
Yes, so more to look forward to in the coming shows.
Yeah. So listeners, if you would like to touch upon and if you'd like to call me, it's easy to do it. Go to nagarajhomes.com, click on a WhatsApp icon, and it's easy to connect with me. And anything on the real estate, it can be a mortgage, it can be a primary home, or it can be or a secondary home. Because if you already have say a first home in San Jose and would like to buy in a Cupertino, and if you'd like to buy in a Palo Alto or somewhere else, do reach out to me. Out like if you even in a Fremont, if you want to buy, upgrade yourself, and how do you like to know how means you would like to know the process, do reach out to me and I could like to know. I would like to help you out. And one more thing, Sia, I think quick, we have 30 seconds, but I would like to talk about a lot of parents are moving it from India to US, and if they want to buy a condos for them, like a smaller 600k, 700k, or a 500k also, right, I can help them out because it's very important for them also to buy their houses. How to do that, how to qualify them, I can guide them on the next shows, coming shows. And thank you so much for the all the listeners out there, and have a wonderful day today.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Log on to nagarajhomes.com. The number to call is 1-858-880-4577. Do check out nagarajhomes.com.